So I want to read you a email that I sent here based off some correspondence of one of the individuals who introduced me to OnPassive. Uh, Thanks for sharing all this information and appreciate you thinking of me with this opportunity. I went looking around for what the product of OnPassive was in the videos online, and I haven't found anything that they deliver as a product or service at this time. I did hear from a lot of the videos that the technology isn't quite ready yet and that there are things to come soon. But this got me suspicious and set off a ringing of my inner tuning fork. This isn't even what I would consider beta, but more pre-beta, as there isn't even a demo of the tools from what I have seen, only descriptions of them. When I went to do some further due diligence, I always start by checking out the BBB, the Better Business Bureau, and D&B, Dun & Bradstreet, which are good methods of verifying legitimacy of a company to see that they are at a minimum registered. I obtained the D&B for OnPassive 122537687. I noticed another oddity with respect to their company information, as the phone number is not in service and they have two listed locations. The location listed on their website, 7380 West Sand Lake Road, Suite 500-529, Orlando, Florida 32819, was odd, as it is not the listed address in the D&B report. 9924 Universal Boulevard, Orlando, Florida 32819. When I investigated this a step further, I noticed that the 7380 West Sand Lake address looks to be vacant and available for immediate occupancy commercial lease. And I even found a broker listed for the specific suite number 500 OnPassive has listed on their website. Strange, especially considering when I looked into the 9924 Universal Boulevard address, this is a strip mall attached to a Publix, which is a giant grocery store chain in Florida. There is something peculiar here. So I looked further into the BBB to see what I would find, and about a dozen complaints have been filed against OnPassive. This is actually a pretty high amount considering they are a newly formed business in 2019, and they basically all allege the same thing. OnPassive is a fraudulent business. That is a strong statement to be made, but I did find it very odd that a company based on AI marketing has very limited footprint when trying to search for them in their business locations that not even my deep digging could uncover. And I'm fairly good at this kind of thing. I'm definitely out on the GoFounder / OnPassive opportunity. If I've got this one wrong, and I hope I do for your sake and anyone else involved who already gave them money, then so be it. Just too many red flags, and ultimately, I trust my gut. I know you had compared this to Cordal with respect to getting in early on a new technology, but from what I have read and heard from OnPassive, their tech really isn't anything new other than a repackaging of existing tech applications that would assist business owners in a one-stop shop fashion for website building, branding, and managing e-commerce. I see a lot of buzzword usage such as AI to instill a sense that what they are doing is somehow better or different, but no tangible output. If, and I say it this way since it's a big if in my mind based on what I have seen thus far, but if OnPassive can deliver the services they claim, there is certainly legitimacy to that kind of business. But I don't understand a few things. One, how is it that an accomplished and financially successful CEO like Ash can't gather the funds / developers needed to get any kind of beta product launched in 2+ years? And remember, these products he is packaging exist already. Unlike Cordal, which built a blockchain from scratch, aka coding or programming the technology from nothing. 2. Why is someone so adamant about something super altruistic like giving away this great technology to all these subscribers? I know he says it's about doing and empowering humanity, doing good and empowering humanity, which sounds great. Why? Did he have a chat with God? Why now? Why has the entire operation been around collecting money and delivering nothing thus far? Compare this to Cordal, where there was literally $0 required investment to get set up, as the development team had spent the last 5 years at their own expense building the blockchain, and only when the product was live and ready did they roll it out and start bringing on minters. Croetic, one of the lead developers, didn't even have his company ready to sell Cortectors, And he is giving away the blueprints to those core textures so people can just go build it themselves. Do you see the stark contrast here? 3. Why has it been so difficult for me to find any information further corroborating their operations, which, as a company domiciled outside of the US, represents another flag? A legitimate business venture that has been a couple years in the running, that claims to have nearly 1 million subscribers, or founders, or customers, or leaders as they describe them in various ways, would have collected nearly 100 million in funding. If you think about the math on that and how this is a low overhead business, where has that capital gone? They should have throngs of developers working for them for that kind of capital, and yet no beta product, no demos of the product, nothing. Highly suspicious. I hope this doesn't come off as too harsh, as that is not my intention. I merely want to share my thoughts and concerns with ONPASSIVE, as I have noted in my reports. As I have mentioned, this is a good starting point. If you have any reservation, I would suggest getting a refund. Otherwise, I sincerely do hope I am wrong about them and this works out great for you. Jomega. Okay, so that concludes the letter that I wrote. What I want to do here is just watch this quick video. This is from the the GoFounders website, which is one and the same as ONPASSIVE. But these are the 742,000 plus customers or leaders or founders or subscribers that are mentioned in various different ways. This video here is supposed to be a sneak peek at one of the tools that they supposedly have live, and this was back from February 2021. I'm recording this video here on July 21st, 2021. And I've watched all of their videos on the website, and I'm looking for legitimacy here. I really am. But all I see is nicely done YouTube videos that package and show you the marketing of a product, but not an actual product itself. Everything you can see here are stock images, stock photos, stock videos that they've overlaid nice graphics on. They've done some good, presentation work, better presentation work than I can do, frankly. But that doesn't necessarily mean that there's a legitimate product behind it. I haven't seen one. I can't verify that it's not there, but I can tell you that I haven't seen it. I haven't been able to find it. I've watched lots of YouTube videos, and I haven't seen any demos of an actual product of the different areas that they talk about. So really hoping that one does emerge here, but I put this video together to give you guys who are looking at ONPASSIVE or GoFounders just my personal view of from what I've seen, what I've been told about it, and the digging that I've done into it. So there's certainly some flags here, as you can see from the complaints that have been filed against ONPASSIVE. I will say that they look like they've refunded everybody who's asked for a refund, so that's positive. I just would urge people to have a little bit of caution and do their own due diligence, do their own digging into this, come to their own conclusions, because ultimately to each their own, right? And I certainly believe in that as well. So anyhow, that's all I got for you guys for today. This is not my typical video that I put together, but felt compelled to do so, especially with one of the Cordal community members who had introduced this to me. Certainly going to share this with the Cordal community, as I don't know if there's overlap or maybe there are people from ONPASSIVE that are, don't want to use the word, but infiltrating the Cordal community and trying to attract members that way. Last thing I've got to add in here, you'll notice in the bottom of their website, they don't even build their own website or host it, which is fascinating considering that that's part of their business model, is helping people leverage AI to build and host websites.